What if I told you the biggest reason you're losing out on new clients is not your pricing, your services, or even your marketing? It's you not responding quickly enough to new leads. In this video, I'm going to go over the best methods for increasing your speed to lead consistently to help you land those new leads and beat out the competition. But before I get into it, we post videos here every Friday about marketing. And here at FireRock Marketing, we specialize in helping service businesses grow. So if you want to grow your business, be sure to subscribe or reach out. We'd love to talk to you. So, what is speed to lead? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It is how quickly you respond to incoming leads. And ideally, you want to respond within 60 seconds. You're kind of pushing it at 5 minutes. And then anything after 5 minutes, it just drops off completely. You have a very hard time getting new clients if you wait more than 5 minutes, because odds are they moved on to someone else. Don't waste your customers' time and don't waste your money. Here are 5 methods that you can implement to improve your speed to lead. Now, number one is have an automated response for whatever that potential lead is inputting their information in. So whether that's on your website and it's a form with their name, email, and a message on what they're looking for, have an automated system where it sends a response saying, hey, thank you for reaching out. We got your message. We will be back in touch shortly. It's just something to confirm and let that potential lead know that you are on it, you got their message, and you should be calling really soon. Now, this does two things. This lets the lead know that you got their information and you're on it, and also that they should be expecting a call here shortly. Now, important with that, that doesn't mean you can wait 15 minutes to call them. You still have to be quick. But how do you do that? How do you organize that? Well, that goes into number two, and that is having a CRM or customer relationship management system. And so depending on how big or small your service business is, you need a CRM. So there's multiple benefits for it. So maybe you have an office manager who manages all inbound leads, and then either that office manager reaches out to that lead, or they can go in their CRM, see what agent is available, send them the information, they get notified, and then they call the customer. But going into number three, let's say you don't have an office manager. You're not big enough to have that many employees. Either you're managing it yourself or a very small team, and you do have to divide the leads between multiple people. One really effective way to follow up with a customer without having to always be on the phone immediately is send a text first. So have your phone alert loud so you can hear when a new lead comes in. And if you see a lead come in and you're busy or you can't call them actively right now, send them a text saying, hey, I am so-and-so from so-and-so business. I got your lead about so-and-so service that needs to be done. I will be your representative. I would love to help you with that and initiate the conversation through text if you're not able to pick up the phone that quickly. Which kind of segues into tip number four, and that is create templated responses. And this doesn't mean like very robotic, like the customer can tell that this is a template. Still make them personal with like placeholders to enter the customer's name or the service they're looking for. But essentially what happens is if you get a lot of leads in, it's going to take a lot of time to either message them directly, call them directly. You may be just super busy. And so creating templated responses is a great way to send a text quicker, send an email quicker, or even if you have like a scripted voicemail, you can have a script. So you know exactly what to say. You can get the information to the customer as quickly as possible. And templates and scripts just make it so much easier to respond quicker. So number five, we kind of got into earlier, but that is assign ownership. If you have multiple people managing leads and either they all see the lead come in, it's possible that they may assume someone else got to the lead. Like let's say they saw it 30 seconds late and they're like, oh, I'm too late. Someone else got it. And then everyone assumes that, and then no one follows up with the lead. Make sure that you have roles and timeframes where people know exactly when they're supposed to follow up with leads. So either you have someone out in the field, and they know they're not supposed to deal with leads because you have someone back at the office doing office hours, and that person is supposed to actively do leads. Or like I mentioned before, if you have an office manager who deals with leads and follows up quickly, they know that when a lead comes in, it's their role to follow up with that lead. And there's different ways to do this. Different businesses do different things depending on how big they are. If you have a team of two, it kind of makes it easier to know who's supposed to deal with the leads. But if you have a team of like 30 people, that's when it can get a little tricky. So just make sure people know exactly when a lead comes in if they are responsible for following up with that lead. Assigning ownership is very, very important, so none of the leads get swept under the rug. Now, at the end of the day, we're talking about speed. We're talking about being quick. But remember, speed to lead is not about rushing the client. It's meeting the customer at the exact moment they need help. Now, here's the thing. Every single one of your competition is doing the same thing. Everyone knows about speed to lead. Everyone knows it's important to reduce money waste and getting more business. So you just need to focus on getting faster than your competition and beat them out because they are trying to do the same thing to you. Now, as you're working on those 5 items and putting those in place, if you don't have them already, one thing you can actively do now is test how long from when a lead comes in to when you respond on average that your business is doing. If you find out that your business is doing about 5 minutes, you now have a good measure of what you need to improve upon. So set goals for yourself. Say, okay, for this next week, all leads need to be within 3 minutes. And as you figure out those systems and put those in place, be like, okay, now we need to get it to 60 seconds and kind of work at it and chip at it because every business is different. Everyone has different systems. And so if you can test what your business is currently performing at, you can make adjustments from there and improve it over time. Now, here at FireRock, we do help customers in this situation. We help them set up their automated systems. So, of course, you can do this yourself, figure out what works for your business. But if you want some help with it, we would love to chat with you. I'll put a link in the description below for our business so you can learn a little bit more about FireRock. And if you want to reach out, we would love to talk to you. But if not, no worries. Feel free to subscribe because we post free content here every Friday, and you can learn more about growing your business through this content, and we hope it helps. We appreciate you for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.